He was player of the match against Georgia. In attack, Alvaro Morata still looking for his first goal of the competition. Number 5 defender Daniel Vivian on the bench celebrates his birthday today. This evening's on-field officials are from England, led by the experienced Anthony Taylor. The captains Alvaro Morata and Ilkay Gundogan, who plays his club football in Spain and knows so many of tonight's opposition well. Now Germany make 2 alterations to the team that started their win over Denmark. Manuel Neuer becomes his country's most capped player.
Well, it's only the weight of the nation. Just like it's only expectations. It's only the next big thing. It's only making history. It's only the beginning.
Full speed ahead here in Stuttgart, the city where the automobile was invented, and all roads on this Friday lead to Bad Cannstatt and this majestic stadium, the home of last season's surprise Bundesliga runners-up. The Spain team just about picks itself. It's the same 11 that started the 4-1 win over Georgia up in Köln on Sunday. Midfield anchor Rodri scored in that game. The youthful wing wizards will be let loose again. 16-year-old Lamine Yamal on one flank and 21-year-old Nico Williams on the other. For Germany, in front of Manuel Neuer, Jonathan Tah is back from suspension and replaces Nico Schlotterbeck. Emre Can makes his first start at Euro 2024. He comes in for Robert Andrich. And Kai Havertz just 1 goal away from becoming the all-time joint top scorer for Germany at the Euros. That would be 5 with an additional goal. The showdown in Stuttgart. At the microphone here on Fox, Derek Ray alongside Robert Green. And this has the feel of an epic in the making. The 2 highest scoring teams at this Euro. The 2 most successful countries in European Championship history. 3 tournament victories each. And a shiver of excitement at 6 p.m. local time on the banks of the Neckar. It is Spain versus Germany. Here we go. Auf geht's. Vamos. In any language, it is a confrontation to be savoured. A quarter-final that would befit the final itself. And it has been 36 years since Germany beat Spain at a major tournament. Then again, Spain have never eliminated a host nation at a European Championship or World Cup. Spain trying to get themselves onto the front foot. Alvaro Morata leading the line, the record goal scorer in European Championship tournament play. And of course, so much has gone through Nico Williams. Exciting young player. Morata back the way, and Pedri was there. The first shot of this contest, fielded by Manuel Neuer. And let me say good evening to Rob Green. Rob, this has that something's got to give sensation about it.
Yeah, evening, Derek, and a really fast start from Spain and a great chance. It's really well worked to stretch the game. And tactically, it's interesting at the start. Tony Rudiger has been pulled out wide to the right. He's tracking Nico Williams. He's going out there thinking Emre Can in midfield's going to drop back in. He hasn't dropped back in so far. That's what brought the gap for Alvaro Morata to lay it back off. This is Kejuaraan taking a blow in the opening moments.
He has just made his way back up onto his feet. Emre Can was the other player involved in that tussle. Kejuaraan, who has been something of a revelation at this tournament. He's been playing ahead of Alex Grimaldo of Leverkusen. Most fans here in Germany would have expected that Grimaldo would have the green light. Not so. It's humid here. Sun has been peeking through the clouds. And the second Germany game here on the Stuttgart venue. This tournament, they beat Hungary by 2-0 on match day 2. Spain, who have prevailed in every single match they have taken part in here in Germany so far. And on with the game. And that doesn't work out at all for Kejuaraan. Luis de la Fuente usually remains calm. Of course, has the benefit of having worked with so many of these players at youth level. His previous job. Bob, for you, what will be the main keys to the contest?
Yeah, it's a really interesting start. It's how we thought. And Leroy Sané is one of those players down this right-hand side, just getting on the ball there. Kejuaraan is going to push on, he's going to bomb on. That's what he wants to do. Defensively, Germany still feel he's a bit of a liability. Laporte alongside him, he's got the experience. He's also not got the legs. So Sané can run them. That's why he's in the side. But you saw when Spain had the ball, Chan comes over. They're using him as their out, their kind of banker in midfield alongside Kroos.
Now, talking of Toni Kroos, putting in the challenge, Anthony Taylor from England is the referee. Quite the animated conversation there with Pedri set flying.
You can already see how hotly contested that midfield is. Because Kroos knows he doesn't want to go backwards. They're going to have to press high. Chan wants to come in. They're going to have to use Chan's intelligence in there to try and get him when to go, when to stay, when to drop into the back line. Spanish wide players are a real threat. We saw that. But so's Fabian Ruiz with his runs into the box. Kroos fortunate. It's a heavy challenge. De La Fuente already having words.
And it was Real Madrid versus Barcelona, although Toni Kroos is leading Real Madrid, leaving football altogether. Julian Nagelsmann delighted that he elected to come back to international football just for this tournament. But he wasn't holding back here, was he?
No. It's the only thing you would say it allowed him to get away with that without receiving a yellow card is it is early in the game. But I feel that he has escaped punishment, extra punishment there, Toni Kroos.
Maybe just got a touch on the ball. Perhaps that saved him. Spain, whose style has evolved from the tiki-taka days, using the flanks to great effect. Well, that didn't go to plan. Unai Simon. Well, it does eventually work out with Nico Williams getting on the ball. Daniel Sturridge in the studio talking about Williams against Kimmich. Really crucial toe-to-toe battle. And it's simmering already here in Stuttgart. Lamine Yamal, the 16-year-old, has passed his exams, his equivalent of the high school diploma. What a start to his football career, the Barcelona youngster. Correa and Morata just stopping because another injury. Pedri, not for the first time.
He's out, he's finished, he's singled over to the bench that he can't carry on. As the game was going on, waved over. He said, no, this isn't for me, I can't, this is too much. It's a blow for Spain. To see how much Germany are scared of these young players, of these young stars, like Lamine Yamal, like Pedri, that they're going in hard, they're going in early.
Well, he felt the pain immediately. Pedri, they do have the perfect replacement in Dani Olmo, who was excellent, I thought, coming on against Georgia. Scored in that game, Dani Olmo of Leipzig, here in Germany, in the Bundesliga.
He is stripped off and warming up on the side, ready to come on. And you're right, Derek, he has been a really bright spark. And that is later in the game when teams are tiring. When Spain have ground them down, when his teammate says, oh, thank you very much, I'll come in and find the space. This is a different prospect altogether.
And this is a different Toni Kroos so far. We think of him as the choreographer-in-chief for Germany, but not afraid to mix it in the first few minutes. Only 7 minutes on the clock, and that is a sad sight as Pedri limps off for Spain.
I think tactically, as much as it is a shame for Pedri and Spain, it won't change much in the game for them. It is a like-for-like swap. They do similar things. They're very attack-minded. Want to get up and beyond Alvaro Morata.
Pedri, who made quite the impact at the last Euro, might remember in that season all told, 2020-21, took part in 73 matches. For club and country, many questioned the wisdom of that. Well, his day is done. It's a nice touch. All his teammates there on the bench commiserating with him. But on is Dani Olmo. There was a discussion actually before the game amongst the Spanish journalists or colleagues in the media with regard to who should start. Should it be Pedri? Should it be Dani Olmo? So they're not losing an awful lot there, Rob.
No, and he's been really sharp this tournament, as we said, and tactically it doesn't change too much. And I'm thinking, actually, it comes down to it. The way they've started, they should take heart from this Spain, because Germany have been rattled.
Antonio Rüdiger of Real Madrid, double winner with Real Madrid, La Liga and the Champions League. Emre Can, a man who has come into the side a little bit surprisingly, you'd have to say. Joshua Kimmich was criticised for his performance in the last game. Managed to win only 35% of his challenges. Levi Sané going to work. Couldn't dupe his opponents, and Rüdiger once again here for Germany. It is going to be a battle of wits. At times, perhaps, chess-like instincts will take hold. We just don't really know how this is going to go, and that is the beauty of it. Rüdiger, well aware of the presence of Morata. And Kejuaraan just letting it drift out, but grinding to a halt anyway. Fire up the pitch.
Fascinating start. It's so lopsided on this one side. On the Spanish left, the Spain right. There was a touch. Toni Kroos knew what he was doing. The Spanish youngsters on the brunt of it at the moment.
It's been a robust beginning by Germany. Ilkay Gundogan, the captain, faced the media yesterday. Jamal Musiala was stretching for it. David Raum again playing it left back. Gundogan trying to pick it past Kai Havertz. Couldn't quite find it. On the ball again though. And Raum into the clutches of Unai Simon. Germany attempting to construct. There's Rüdiger. Just got to the ball ahead of Nico Williams. And over vigorous by Toni Kroos. Trying to unleash David Raum. Julian Nagelsmann doing plenty of pacing around in the early going here in Stuttgart.
It's the first real opening for Germany. Down the left-hand side. It's well read by Unai Simon. Not the greatest of ball from Dani Raum. Just doesn't quite get it right. But there is so much space on that left-hand side because so much play has been down the right. When the switch has come over, right now, the attack-minded players have got the space to attack.
Kejuaraan. Central defensive partnership again of Aymeric Laporte and Robin Lenormand. Both French-born. Qualify for Spain. Lenormand put the ball into his own net in the last game to give Georgia a shock lead. Well, a goal conceded by Unai Simon so far here at Euro 2024. And Lenormand, Laporte, left-footed player. Fabian Ruiz, who's been terrific in every way. Nico Williams, that's not going to bother Manuel Neuer.
It was the wrong choice at the end. But Germany again dragging their players so far over onto their right-hand side, leaving the space for Nico Williams inside.
Well, Nico Williams, quizzical look on his face. Kimmich is the player about to hit the deck, this is what occurred.
Kimmich just leaving his leg in. It's a very different sort of foul to the one that ended Pedri's game. Anthony Taylor coming over saying that's the end of it. Without booking Toni Kroos, you're setting yourself up into a dangerous game as a referee.
Jonathan Tah back in the Germany side, having served his suspension. Nico Schlotterbeck on the bench this time. Gundogan, Alper Caldesat. The midfield jousts are going to be so important, you just feel. Dani Olmo, and down he goes, and that's going to be a free kick in a position of danger. And a yellow card as well. Antonio Rüdiger, a player who is cautioned.
Yeah, and he's late. And he knows it, and it's not the greatest of contacts, not the biggest of contacts, but it stops him in full flow. And it's good for Spain because they're brave. They're brave with their defensive line. They said, we're going to nick it at some point. And they did, and they were away.
And that's significant because it means Rüdiger will miss the semi-final, should, and it's a big if at the moment, of course, but should Germany progress.
We've got more pressing matters at the moment for Toni Rüdiger, but it's a huge blow for him and Germany. This wall, Manuel Neuer's lining up. It's such a tight space, so close to the penalty area. It almost helps Manuel Neuer because he knows that Lamine Yamal's not going to blast it. He can hold his ground on his side and back his wall to make the block. Spanish two-man wall alongside. It's just making it that bit harder to see. All the more reason to hold your space as a goalkeeper.
It is going to be left for Lamine Yamal. Wide it goes. Dani Olmo running over the ball.
I saw him go for a couple of shots against Georgia, that side. He's waiting for the wall to jump, thinking it would. Just doesn't quite connect right.
Still waiting for the first direct free kick goal at this tournament. Sure, going to be a bit cross with himself there, Lamine Yamal, given the position that Spain were in. Jamal Musiala, that was glorious play. Wow. Ilkay Gundogan. Levi Sané. And Spain have got red shirts back aplenty, and Nico Williams, his turn to show the football world what he can produce. Dani Olmo, Morata's off to the left. Alvaro Morata. And it was solved by Emre Can. Julian Nagelsmann spoke earlier about his inclusion to our colleagues on German TV. He said that his pace is a factor. He's one of the fastest players for Borussia Dortmund, and he wants him to keep a weather eye on Fabian Ruiz, who has been devilishly difficult to play against. No joy there for Lamine Yamal. Kai Havertz. Here's Musiala. Raum. Able to make that dash. David Raum preferred again to Maximilian Mittelstädt, the Stuttgart player, man who plays in this stadium week in, week out.
It's electrifying at times. The press is so high, the space is so open, and the other areas of the pitch is end to end.
Already it is a spectacle. Here's Fabian Ruiz. He's got it quite directed on target, but the pattern continues.
Yeah, and it's really dangerous from Germany. It's dangerous from both teams. You just look at Ruiz taking the shot on, but beyond it, the extra pass. It's the same for Nico Williams when he came inside onto his right foot. Looking, there's one more pass, and there's an easier shot for Spain 2-3 times so far already in the game. They do that, they execute it right, they execute these breakaways right, they've got a glorious chance.
Manuel Neuer, by the way, 39th match at a major tournament. That is a Germany record. Really played their way into trouble just then. Toni Kroos. Rüdiger, his Real Madrid teammate, or has been, of course, heading for retirement. Doesn't want to be retiring just yet, though. Kersley has a couple of additional games in him.
Just feel like he could do with a little time on the ball here, Tony Kroos, because the game's being played at such a relentless pace and the opportunities are there. And you can see the players almost seeing them and getting a bit too anxious to get the ball there and say, you saw Emre Can, who's one of the most experienced players on the pitch, play a rush pass because he can see all the space somewhere else. Tony Kroos, get on the ball, get a bit of control.
David Raum got it back in the end from Gundogan. Musiala. Now Jonathan Tah. Looks as though he's heading for Bayern. Tah of Leverkusen, part of that magnificent side that won the domestic double, unbeaten in domestic football. Kimmich for Sané. Couldn't quite unglue the Spanish defence. Laporte having to backpedal just a little bit.
There's a bit of a disconnect there between Laporte and Cucurella and the back line. They're just not quite getting it right. One stepping up, the other's not.
Joshua Kimmich, but offside immediately. The flag raised by Gary Bezic, assistant referee.
And that time they do. Kimmich never actually onside, making it very easy for the referee's assist them. We're all just nearly 20 minutes in, all taking a breather now for the first time.
Yeah. It has flown by. So many have said it, but it could easily be the final this. It's not. But we're well into the knockout stages now. Two sides who could genuinely win the Euros. Fabian Ruiz releasing it. Dani Olmo is faced there by Toni Kroos. A reminder that later today on Fox, two superstars and their teams meet each other. Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal against Kylian Mbappe in France. That's in Hamburg after our game is over. No end to the drama the next couple of days here on Fox at the Euros. Musiala has that very distinctive running style. 3 goals from Musiala already at this Euro, joint top scorer overall. Gundogan, Kimmich. Can he supply the accurate ball? Well, it wasn't bad for Kai Havertz. Decided to rise up.
Well, it's all action, and it's a fantastic action from Kai Havertz. Just mistimes it. It's a great ball from Kimmich, but they're asking the question of him to put the power into the header. And that's the problem for him. He knows he's going to have to force it. Just doesn't quite get it right.
Unai Simon opting for the direct approach with Dani Olmo there in the central position. 0-0, Spain against Germany. Great to have the pleasure of your company on what is, I suppose, a de facto holiday for many of you, the day after the 4th of July. A bridge day between the holiday and the weekend. Fabian Ruiz plays for PSG in France. A couple of goals, a couple of assists at this Euro. And it's a great sight. From our vantage point, we have the German fans, the white wall away to our left, the Spanish end away to our right. Germany have taken over the Cannstatter Kurve, which is normally the Stuttgart end when VfB Stuttgart play their home games. Runners-up in the Bundesliga last season. And Sané there to meet it, following on from the pass by Rudiger. Well, that didn't go to plan at all. Here's Fabian Ruiz again. Cucurella. Nico Williams. Sané back there to help out Joshua Kimmich. Bayern players both. Laporte The sense that he had the chance to make a bit of progress and unleash the shot.
Why not? Opens up for him. I'm going to have a go. It's that firm. Actually rocks Manuel Neuer back. He's on his heels a little bit. Grateful for the second grab. It's interesting when Germany come out. You can see in the top of your screen, Danny Raum, İlkay Gündoğan on the left-hand side, screaming for the ball. That's where the opportunity is. Toni Rüdiger knows that. The rest of the German players know that. It's a trap that they're setting because they reckon, the Spanish players reckon they can get there first. They're reading it and waiting for it and can get there first.
Possession for Spain has been so interesting this tournament. There's only 46 recorded in their initial game, the victory over Croatia. First time in any match since the 2008 European Championship final that they had registered less than 50% in a match. It has been going up steadily from match to match, but it's Germany with a slight advantage here, 53-47, and İlkay Gündoğan with that pass that doesn't hit the target, namely Joshua Kimmich. Julian Nagelsmann, only the 12th permanent Bundestrainer. The Bundestrainer, the official title of Germany's national coach. And Kukureya misjudging the bouncing ball. Sané, Kimmich. Back goes Morata. Went bundling in and concedes the free kick. Alvaro Morata.
It's naive from Morata. There's no real need. He's looking for the foul. He realises he's got no help out there. Joshua Kimmich is an experienced player. He's saying, I need a little bit of help. And he gets it from Morata. This is tricky for Unai Simon. The sun is directly into his eyes. You can see the shadow of the players. That cross is going to come in. He's going to have to make a decision without actually knowing where the ball is too much.
Yes, it is a sun-kissed early evening here in the southwest. Unai Simon is trying to organise his defence as Toni Kroos surveys the scene for Germany. And that's going to be comfortable for Unai Simon. Jonathan Tah up from the back. Nico Williams finding himself over on the other side, but free kick it is in favour of David Raum.
That's horrible throw from Unai Simon. I think he changed his mind because it's a horrible just lob up in the air. Nico Williams is on his own. He's under pressure. It's a very strange decision and puts Spain under pressure again.
So Kroos once again leading all the passing statistics at this Euro. Rüdiger, one of the players, trying to make a late run that just peeled off there. Laporte felt he had to commit himself as Kroos sent it in, and a corner here.
I wasn't sure. Wasn't Laporte where Toni Rüdiger wasn't to take a chance. On set pieces, Spain not being the tallest team, you think Germany do feel like with the good balls, the wonderful balls that Toni Kroos can put in, got real opportunity.
Spain, one of the shortest sides here in Germany. Rüdiger faced by Lenormand. So they have to take Rüdiger seriously in there. As Kroos takes it, Rüdiger went down. It was Tah jumping up for the ball. Unai Simon there to clutch it. And it was a very messy scene inside the area, but on with the game here. Fabian Ruiz for La Roja. Spain in their traditional red. That was a good idea by Rodri. Nico Williams. Sané back there defending. Wasn't the ideal ball from Nico Williams with Lamine Yamal trying to trot onto it. Dani Carvajal getting high up the pitch, and David Raum putting in the challenge, and yellow is the verdict. Yellow card, David Raum.
It's no great surprise. Dani Carvajal getting up high for the first time really in the game. There's not much in it around. A scream from Carvajal, I'm sure you heard. We did. It was enough to convince Anthony Taylor that there was enough in it. Call that experience from Dani Carvajal.
David Raum, who got the nod over Robin Gosens as well, the backup left back, so we thought, reserved to Maximilian Mittelstädt, but Raum has become the first choice as this tournament has got older. Nico Williams ready to take it. Germany will feel confident they can win those jousts in the air, but it's Dani Olmo. And free kick it'll be in Germany's favour. Gundogan just hobbling back up onto his feet.
Everything all over the pitch is so hotly contested at times. There's a real fervent atmosphere in the stadium.
Manuel Neuer for Joshua Kimmich. Emre Can was there, not getting any sympathy from Anthony Taylor. Gundogan, and it's another foul. And Lenormand, well, yellow again. This time for Robin Lenormand, and that's a suspension for him if Spain move on.
Well, every tackle now. I'm saying that Anthony Taylor didn't show the yellow card for Toni Kroos early on. He's showing a lot now. I wonder how long this game can keep going at this rate with it 11v11 on the pitch.
So Luis de la Fuente knows it. If Spain are in the semi-final, they will have to rebuild their central defence. Nacho did take part in the first game, because Laporte was nursing an injury at the time. Raum. Ta. See how deep Toni Kroos is right now. David Raum. That was good, effective play. Emre Can. Then went Nico Williams. Ta for Sané, but Cucurella doing his job.
The space is there. The space is there for the switch, but the length of time it takes to get over, Sané's on his own.
Joshua Kimmich. Jonathan Tah. Antonio Rüdiger, when Tah made his debut for Germany back in 2016 as a substitute, played alongside Rüdiger. They have become very much the top central defensive pairing of the Schlotterbeck. That was excellent in the win over Denmark. Gundogan. No way through. Rodri very good at becoming the extra defender. And well, Anthony Taylor blows his whistle again. Emre Can was the man who went in. Lamine Yamal is the latest player down.
Yeah, straight away, Morata, the captain of Spain, is over, saying, come on. He's showing yellow cards to our players for not much more. And it wasn't a yellow card, but you do feel he's got a point at the moment.
Well, it has had a decided physical edge. This quarter-final so far. First of the quarter-finals. Tomorrow on FS1, the Copa America quarter-finals conclude. Colombia against Panama, followed by Uruguay against Brazil. Coverage starting at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on FS1, Copa America quarter-finals. Dani Carvajal is headed home in the Champions League final. There's Rüdiger. Briefly had his pocket picked by Dani Carvajal. They know each other rather well. Real Madrid teammates. Dani Carvajal did have a spell here in Germany with Bayer Leverkusen. Season 2012-2013. He's been talking about it, saying he has nothing but good memories. Really helped him get on his way as a footballer.
Well, he's got his hands full at the moment. You see the referee, Anthony Taylor. Musiala's taken up a better position just to occupy him, to allow the space for Raum.
Morata and Olmo. Tar with the intervention there. Nothing doing, says Anthony Taylor.
No, it's far from clean, though. There's been a few of them between him and Tony Rudiger. You see him getting caught on the ball previously. Still, we're over a half an hour in, and you don't feel like it's settled.
And it's a bit like a spluttering fuse, this game to date. Havertz. Emre Can. Havertz, change of direction, space, opening up for Kimi, but down goes Unai Simon.
Well read again. The flag went up. Again, it's a fairly easy decision. Kimmich, for all his skill on the ball, not giving himself the opportunity, keeps on being caught offside.
The flag went up straight away. You see it, 59% possession with Germany. And that was a big discussion, I can tell you, on German TV this morning. What the strategy would be, who would have more of the ball, would Germany be more counter-attacking? What's a feeling that if there were to be possession-orientated, then Florian Wirtz might be a better bet than Levi Sané. We'll see if that's something that comes into consideration later. Rudiger, Havertz, controlling it, Kai Havertz! But Unai Simon there to take it cleanly.
That's a smart save. But Le Mans, he just can't see the ball. And Kai Havertz doesn't get the cleanest of strikes. You can have all the build-up play you want. Sometimes just throw it forward. Ask the question. Le Mans didn't have the answer there. Staring into the sun. Really didn't know where anything was, where he was, where the ball was. Struggled.
Yeah, and it is a problematic sun at this hour of the day, approaching 6:35 in the evening. Local time here in Stuttgart. Morata. Lamine Yamal. One way, then the other. David Raum was wise to what was going on, and Raum of Leipzig up towards Havertz, but Rodri with the header there. Rodri just to get out with Ilkay Gundogan. Good friends, of course, from their time together at Manchester City. Dani Olmo. And here's Nico Williams. Kimi couldn't get back. Nico Williams, Manuel Neuer. Offside in any case.
Smart save from Manuel Neuer. It's tighter than the chances at the other end. That would have been close, but it was just offside. Had that snuck in. Manuel Neuer making those exact same saves in the warm-up. Standing at his near post, standing his ground. Not gambling to go to his far post.
Jonathan Tah. Raum. Again trying to play it vertically. Mentioned Gundogan and Rodri. And close relationship. Gundogan was talking about it at the press conference yesterday. Says he regards Rodri as the best player in his position anywhere in the world. He is an excellent exponent of the art of defensive midfield play.
Well, they're holding hands almost at the moment, and they're that close, and it is kind words, but you watch Rodri and he's fantastic at it. He makes you feel like you think you've got a chance, makes you feel like you're through, then all of a sudden, bang, he's on you, and the ball's gone away. Musiala's already fallen for that a couple of times.
There's Can. He was on his holidays just days before the tournament started. Of course, with Dortmund as they lost out in the Champions League final to Real Madrid, then thought he was free. Hadn't been called into the initial squad, but then Alex Pavlovic of Bayern had to pull out. Julian Nagelsmann decided that he wanted the experience and wisdom of Emre Can. Luis de la Fuente, who has altered things for the better, I have to say, as coach of Spain. More coherent now. In a state of transition at the last Euro, but still made it all the way to the semi-finals. 17 players in that tournament making their debuts in a Euro or World Cup. Passed by Kejuaraan. Here's again Nico Williams. Sané has become the extra defender. Nico Williams, Sané doing his best. Now Rodri, so trying to switch things out to Lenormand. And Fabian Ruiz now for La Roja. Got it back from Dani Carvajal.
I can feel why Spain want to be a lot quicker on the ball. Because when it gets to this position, they don't really have the same threat. They feel like they're passing it without really the same degree of intensity.
Nico Williams, Jozo Kimmich. Excellent challenge, and one that was cheered to the rafters, but then Havertz gives it away. Dani Olmo and Manuel Neuer couldn't hold on. Morata for Spain, and Can is there. No damage done. Olmo giving it leather. Still 0-0 here.
Well, Havertz owes a thanks to his goalkeeper, because it's poor from him and he thinks, why not, I'll have a go. Morata's offside for the rebound, but Manuel Neuer's not to know. And what he does really well is on the parry, he managed to parry it up into the air just to buy the time for him to get up.
Jamal Musiala wanted the decision to go his way. Certainly in the mood there. Rodri gone sliding over Rob.
You know, it's one that we were talking about before. Rodri just getting unstuck there, getting a bit too tight, getting his feet caught up. But that's the one occasion Musiala's got the better of him so far.
David Raum didn't quite have the guile there. With Havertz in the centre and Lenormand, it was who gobbled it up, and Lenormand now gives it to Laporte. Fascinating head-to-head, toe-to-toe confrontation. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you happen to be on this Friday up and down the United States. The weather has more or less cooperated today. Toni Kroos was asked about that yesterday as a long-time resident of Spain. Of course, knows these players very well. He was saying that, yeah, the weather in Spain has quite a big advantage over the weather here in Germany.
That's making a fair impression at the moment. Adding to the heat of the game.
There's certainly no complaints about the conditions on this Friday evening here in Stuttgart. Anthony Taylor, who's been a busy man, and Kroos up against Dani Olmo.
It's just interesting down the bottom here. De La Fuente and his assistant coming over to Nico Williams on the touchline to have a proper conversation. Just wonder what tactics he's looking to employ.
Kejuaraan, and that was always going to be Manuel Neuer's ball. Nico Williams bursting towards it. Nico Williams, who helped Athletic Club, massive club in Bilbao, win the Copa del Rey, the national knockout cup competition in Spain. First trophy in 40 years for Athletic Club. Actually, 9 members of the squad who play for clubs in the Basque region. It's a bit of a sea change. Morata. Raum was standing guard, and Havertz has gone back into the deeper position. It's the last Euros game here in Stuttgart. Hasn't been a very high scoring venue. It's 5 in 4 games prior to this one. So 1.3 per match. Manuel Neuer. Joshua Kimmich. Jan wasn't the best of touches on the ball. Rodri went after it, determined to win it, and did. Nico Williams. Dani Olmo wanted a better ball than that.
Yeah, it's poor, wasn't it, Derek? He wanted a better ball and wanted an earlier ball. It was brilliant from Rodri initially. And by the time he went across it, the chance of being taken away, Kimmich and Tarver kept recovering. The ball needed to be earlier. It needed to be a touch earlier. That's when the space was.
And Jules Breach coming up at half-time. Peter Schmeichel in the studio. Giorgio Chiellini, Daniel Sturridge will get their reflections and observations. We did think, didn't we, at the start, this had the potential to go the distance, namely to extra time and maybe penalties if it does go that far. Germany last lost in a penalty shootout way back in the 1976 European Championship final against then Czechoslovakia, as they were.
I think they know that, judging by Nagelsmann's comments and the attitudes here.
He said yesterday we have more than enough penalty takers. Many would be quite happy to step up. Dani Carvajal, as we mentioned, his raids have been mostly restricted. Spain have it again. Morata. And Olmo goes in. Nothing untoward happens for Germany in the end, and it's Raum. And Havertz being watched there by Lenormand.
It has been a fascinating first half and a really frenetic one at times. I don't really see either team having complete control.
Now, Lamine Yamal and Neuer. It's never going to pose Manuel Neuer any problems with that effort.
Well, you can just see top of your screen that Nico Williams pulled out onto this right-hand side, and that's created the difference. Tars had to come out. So it feels like he has to gamble on it.
Nico Williams, not sure he expected to get himself on the end of that. Lamine Yamal, only Cristiano Ronaldo has had more shots, more attempts without scoring at this Euro than the 16-year-old. Rodri. Lenormand. Look at all the players back for Germany. 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. Again, Rodri is happy to fill in the gaps. Laporte. Fabian Ruiz. Look where Dani Carvajal has ended up. Well, in the centre, having come off the right. Away by Raum for Sané. Cucurella. Determined to come up with the ball and succeeded. Morata. Sané. Close, looking for Gundogan. Here's Leroy Sané. Cucurella was all over him. The whistle had already gone.
Germany will be grateful for the break here. With Nico Williams going on that far side, switching sides and pairing up with Lamine Yamal, Germany really haven't had an answer all of a sudden. They've looked completely lost as to what to do, and it's the first time that they've just dropped back into shape and said, tell you what, let's just defend the goal. They're grateful for that, grateful to see it through to half-time all of a sudden.
Both Julian Nagelsmann and Luis de la Fuente will shortly be able to get the players together. If I think about what has worked, what hasn't been quite as successful. First 45 minutes have come and gone here in Stuttgart. It has been a really intriguing watch, but defences on top. Spain 0.
the ball, get control of the game. In the middle of the field, because we know that both teams are so dangerous on the break. Just when that ball goes into the centre, that's key.
No scoring here. Carles Puyol amongst many interested spectators. A great defender he was for Spain during the successful years. And there's the opening goal! Dani Olmo! Based here in Germany with Leipzig. The gap emerged and Spain take advantage.
Well, Stuttgart is stunned, and it's all about the timing of the run from the substitute on the left-hand side of your screen. Just see him waiting and waiting. Now's the time. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. He's asking for it. He's pointing for it. He's perfectly weighted from Lamine Yamal, and he's perfectly executed from Olmo. Some people said he should have been starting. Well, it didn't take him long to come on, and he's made his mark now. It's a wonderfully timed run and a brilliant finish.
And shades of Dani Olmo's goal against Georgia in Köln in the last round. It's 5 goals in his last 8 internationals, and Germany must think again. Unbridled joy in the Spain end. And Niklas Füllkrug might well be the solution for Germany. We shall see. Might have to be. And it's 1-0 to La Roja. Dani Olmo set up by Lamine Yamal. Germany trying to respond straight away. David Raum took a deflection. Musiala following through.
Wonderful. On our hands.
We have.
The first half was frantic. This all of a sudden is just a basketball match. It's end to end.
We'll see if the Spanish approach changes in any way now that they have the lead. 3rd assist, by the way, for Lamine Yamal. Most assists of any player here at the tournament. Florian Wirtz. Gundogan. Wirtz. Well, it was Fabian Ruiz again closing off the space. And Nico Williams. And he, no stranger to putting himself about. And yellow.
No surprise, really. The outcome. The pressure was on Williams, and
Robert Andrich knew it ahead of the game. A yellow card here, and he would miss the next match should Germany progress. That is the scenario. Williams still down. Germany are going to make 2 changes right here. Raum goes off, on comes Maximilian Mittelstädt. Plays in the city for Stuttgart. And Gundogan's number is up as well. So the captain departs, and on will come Niklas Füllkrug. 7 goals as a substitute for Germany. That puts him at number 5 on the all-time list of that category. And try to whip up the German fans here in Stuttgart-Bad Cannstatt.
wow, what a response for a substitution. It's like the gladiatorial warrior entering the arena. It was incredible. No pressure. He goes straight up front. Kai Havertz drops in behind him. No tactical change for Germany. They've just got a goal scorer on the pitch now.
Of course, was the transgressor just seconds ago. Cucurella for La Roja. Andrich trying to get tightly on to Fabian Ruiz, but that was superbly smooth, wasn't it? And Fabian Ruiz unavailable again. And Dani Olmo, they try to cut open Germany again. Wasn't the best of passes. Morata was hovering. Rudiger read it there for Germany. Morata. Stretching in was the man who's just come on. Mittelstädt, for years a journeyman, and Hertha, he is from the capital, from Berlin, but a new lease of life for him here in the southwest, playing for Stuttgart. Big part of their success under Sebastian Hoeneß. Nothing came of it.
But they have a target.